you can finish on the same points as Arsenal if you win every game. Does that mean every goal counts as well? You know, even if you're winning easily in a game, but does every goal count for goal difference?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it can happen, but it cannot be distracted for the fact that they're going to have to score a lot of goals. We'll be unbalanced, and when unbalanced, we are going to concede a lot of goals, and it's the same question. So, and I had the feeling that the opponents that we face, we are going to score a lot of goals. I would say the margin, because the rivals are really, really good. So defensively, when we talk mainly the next opponent, so we have to try to go there, do what you have to do, win the game. It's the same like before Arsenal. What is the game plan? What do you have to do to play? Not the consequences. Not what happens if you win or lose. Before Arsenal, everybody said, "Oh, what happens if you lose? What happens if you lose? What happens if you lose?" Nobody asks, "What happens if you win?" Right? So that is the same. What you have to do in the game plan to beat Burnley, and the game will dictate if we can score goals or not. As much good we play, more chance you have to play. So no, if you tell me, listen, if you play 7 strikers, you are going to score 20 goals. Okay, I'm going to play with 7 strikers, but it doesn't work. So you have to defend well, all the throwing set pieces, and after attack well, defend well, do all the things we're working or talking for the last months. So did what they do, and after maybe we are able for our game. It's fluid, it's nice, in the momentums we can score a lot of goals.
Do you remember, you were obviously a teenager at Barcelona, do you remember when Arsenal and Liverpool were going on goal difference for the title in 1989? That wasn't...
So young. No, I don't remember. What happened?
Arsenal won in the last
and it scored for one goal. If for one goal, Arsenal won the... So Arsenal won, so relax the season. You don't have to push again.
You've obviously been in this position so often before during your career with trophies on the line with the final few games of the season. Do you still get nervous in these situations?
Absolutely opposite. Nervous was last season. Pressure last season. I could bring, as a manager, the team not in the Champions League. Now I'm more relaxed than ever, even before Arsenal. The feeling that we have done a really, really good season. So and now is the moment to enjoy more than ever, and knowing that we have, and every game is the message is so clear. Everybody, it's not even a message; they know it. And no, it's completely the opposite. Last season in Fulham away, that was the night before that was tough, because qualify for the Champions League is so important for the club. Now we have done it. We have the Carabao Cup semi-final in a few days against Southampton in Wembley, and try to fight to win the Premier League. So that's good, really, really good. That's why I'm manager, to live that moments.
Do you see it as part of your job as a manager to convey that sort of sense of I'm relaxed to your players, or is it their job to kind of handle that themselves?
They see me. My face speaks for itself perfectly. Don't need sometimes to talk. When they see my eyes and my face, they know it. So, and they know me. Quite good.
Pep, you said earlier, obviously it's not a very experienced squad. It's obviously made the kind of that you're in this position really impressive over what's happened throughout the season, given the squad's so young. The leadership team's quite young as well. Probably.
Sorry?
The leadership team the captains are quite young as well, really, as a group. How impressed have you been with them this season?
Captains? We are top. I don't know, he's young because it's Bernie, Rodri, Erling, Ruben, sorry. Bernie, Ruben, Rodri, Erling, so young. I think.
Well, I think probably the ones in previous years have been, most of them have been 30 and above.
Yeah, but it's not about the age. So at the end, Erling is not 30, but you have already lived many things, and the other 3 have been in the big stages, in the big moments, in the big titles, many years. So I think it's good. It's more for the fact how you see Mark, for example, or Antoine, or Husa, or the players are playing there for the first time in their life is living the title race. And that is completely different than the other one they have been before. They feel Ryan Cherkis, or and a lot of players that help us in the bench the last game. So the same. So this is really new. Before it was a lot of players, you know. But a lot of players last season were here and we were not competing good. So at the end, this type of thing, experiences or this come, like I have experience, I'm going to handle this situation. It's not. I don't believe zero with that. Zero. But you can have incredible experience and the right moments you miss. And at the end, I'm really pleased with the Havertz missed the goal and Havertz would have scored the goal. So it was good. I'm happy, I'm better because we were closer. We won 3 points, they lost 3 points. But at the end, in these stages, I put example, right? So in the final Champions League, we won in Istanbul. The last moment, Lukaku in the header is 2 meters here. 2 meters, even closer than Havertz last game. And Eddie saved and we won the Champions League. And we go to the extra time, maybe, the disappointment we don't win the Champions League. And the team will be good or bad. Or I see the spirit, how they train, how they behave. It's one of the best groups as a football players and the spirit that I ever seen in my career. So that just made me, you know, so proud, so happy that we revealed a little bit with many good players, a good sense of togetherness. And that I like it.
But that was sort of my question really about the togetherness, because it feels like this squad is very together this season. Yeah. I just wondered what's been done behind the scenes to sort of cultivate that and why that's happened.
Well, show what is being required to create a group. Like a disappointment for the players don't play, it's normal, but there is boundaries on the limits and how they hack each other in the game, how they support in the bad moments, how come back again, and the leaders, the captains talk a lot with the guys. You know, we have experience that never end here in this league is so long. Whatever happened, continue. So many things. So I think the legacy for the old players to the young ones is have to deal with this kind of situation. And doing the same, we could be 5 or 6 in the league, right? But what you have to do, this is what you have to do. After the results, and win or lose, win this league. When I said before, I don't know because Arsenal or Man City has not as much better in the past, or it's because the middle class or the low teams rise unbelievably and make more difficult for Arsenal and City. Put these 2 examples for the teams they are, you know, the challenges to win there. But I see Aston Villa, I see Brentford, I see Sunderland, I see all these kind of teams. I said they are extraordinary, but really extraordinary and difficult to beat. And that's why every time I had the feeling it's more difficult.
Pep, because of the rise of those teams, it feels more difficult for the top teams to win games in the Premier League, but also to win games by 2 or 3 goals in a comfortable margin. How has that changed things for you?
The quality of the opponents. So we just see when I'm in the sideline and see Arsenal how he's playing. I said I give incredible credit that we had there. So it's a top team. It's a contender to win the Champions League. It's the top of the league, and I see that game there. You have to sweat. You know, you have to fight a lot to beat them because they have everything. It's so competitive and mentalities and many good things they do really well. When they say play short, they play well. They play long ball, they win the one ball, the second ball. Set pieces, is a nightmare. So that's why. So I give a lot of credit that, you know, compete with them, against them, and the last 2 times beat them. So I give a lot of credit to these players, a lot of players. When they know, they feel it. It's not, and when they celebrate it, even the people can say whatever stupid things they want to say. We celebrate because we know the value of the opponent, and we know if we don't win, we are bye-bye. If we win, still we are there. So how can not celebrate it? As much you respect the opponent, and the fans of the opponent, celebrate whatever you want. I want to wait till the end of the season, celebrate. Come on. I said every single game, go to our fans and enjoy the moment. So what sense is not a life? You have to celebrate just once if you win, and you don't win, you have to be cry all the time. Come on. So as much, of course, we're not going to celebrate in the middle of the week. You win 3 or 4-0 will be the opponent's different. But everybody knew that game, it was a final, especially for us. For them, not much, but for us, it was a final. So, of course, you have to celebrate it.
With the table being so tight, though, I mean, Burnley are trying to avoid relegation, but you've got Everton, Bournemouth, Brentford, all fighting for Europe. It seems like more teams than ever have something extra to fight for in the last week.
I think it's one of the good things that the last decade of 10 or 15 years, it changed a lot. These are good things. Before is, maybe 10 games left. It's just one team go to the Champions League and one team in Europa, and it was 10, 11 players don't play for anything. Now, that is good, because be involved in Champions League, Europa League, Conference, don't be relegated. Always you play for a good things, and that make the competition alive until the end. And that is a really, really good decision for the UEFA or the guys who decide to do it. Really good.
Pep, you were talking earlier about not being nervous before the Arsenal game. Is that a big change from the earlier periods of your career? Would you be a lot more tense, and why has that changed, do you think?
The fact that, we've done it before, the fact that always I learned from Barcelona, the key of the success of the one season is when you arrive as a team at the end, the last month being in contention. When it happened, it's a good season. It's a good season. So when it happened, I feel more relaxed, the fact that we won as well, but at the same time I said, okay, the responsibility to do your job. And the joy that they see the game was unbelievable in both sides, and all around worldwide they saw it. It was a good upper for the Premier League, incredible upper for us and for Arsenal, and our fans, of course, they enjoyed amazingly. We felt that, so cannot be better. But always you talk about the past, and tomorrow we have I know perfectly because I've been in the past when you make an incredible moment. Quarterfinal, simple, semi-final, after go back to the Premier League and away in a team like maybe it's not fighting for the title, always is so difficult. And that is the biggest task and biggest test for tomorrow.
And can I just ask you about Mark Guehi and Kusanov? They've only played a few games together, but they seem to complement each other really well. How do you think that is working so far?
Extraordinary. Like Nathan, when they played the final in Carabao Cup, was the best player in the pitch. John is coming back. Unfortunately, Josko and Ruben have been injured. But of course, in the last games, Mark and Kusa. When I said weeks ago, the team, the future will be bright, is because I see young players. They grew up a lot that season and will be for the next years, many years there, and that is really good for us.
Hi Pep. Last time you played at Burnley, nearly 3 years ago, Vincent Kompany was in charge. Quite a lot's happened to him since then. What have you made of what he's done sort of since then?
I would say not bad at all. So congratulate, of course, Bini and Bayern Munich, a place like I have a lot of friends, and again, they show high quality football and entertaining football with a lot of goals and actions. I know the people is so happy in Munich. So they won again the Bundesliga. Just a huge congratulations for all organization from Bayern, because it's an extraordinary, but really, really extraordinary club. Well managed on the lines, in the board, with all the people, to the fans, and now, ready for the semi-final Champions League. So I wish him, of course, all the best.
Still think maybe a future Manchester City manager one day?
I'm not suspicious to say. I said that for a long time ago when we was in Burnley, in the FA Cup or Carabao Cup, we play at home. And I saw the games, I said that guy will be manager sooner or later. But so young, still they have just 2 years in Munich, 1 or 2 years in Munich, so still will be there. But sooner or later, I had the feeling when just in case decide in a certain moment, he will decide, Bayern will decide, come back to England. I'm pretty sure Manchester will be in his heart and will be in his mind, and hopefully the path will cross at a certain point on his life.
Last one, yeah. And Pep, last night I was watching a documentary on Barcelona on Ronaldinho, actually, and as I watched it, I couldn't help but think of Ryan Cherky and the way that he plays, that sort of expressive flair. It just brings so much joy to people. On two sides of it, I'm curious how you found working with him and trying to develop him, and also the brilliance that he showed for the goal. Nearly sums him up as a player, doesn't it? That he's quite fearless.
Ryan,
yeah.
Yeah, what a goal, right? But I like to push him, so was extraordinary. What I like the most is the difficulties when 0-0, going down, always make a step forward. But sometimes when we go 2-0 up, 3-0 up, he's not involved anymore. So make an incredible goal, but after that, maybe it was, for the way we play, we didn't find him much after the goal. And I want him more in that action he has done. I want 5 of them, not finish with goal, right? But more actions to pass at the end. It didn't happen. And sometimes the last games when we went to up or the other one, he is like, not disappear, but he's not, instead have the biggest attribute when he's 0-0 going down, we found him more. And yeah, but I think it's part of the process. How old is 22, 23 years old? He's so young. As much want to, learn or want to be still this sense of being incredible competitive. He become a top player because the goal he has a score is Ryan Cherky. So that is cannot be teach, cannot be guide. It's just his amazing talent that he has.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.